So I challenged myself to journal for 30 days. Here's what happened. Hey, hello everyone. My name is Emily Jones Smith. I am a limitless life coach for those people who are looking to go from survive to thrive. If you love anything to do with self-development, please hit that like button now, that subscribe button now. I promise you, you will not regret it. How? If you search journaling into any search engine, Google, YouTube, whatever, Yahoo, you will find that there are so many ways to do journaling. Journaling on your own, journal prompts, doing journaling some way or another, or this way or another. There are so many ways to do journaling. So the first thing I had to think about is how I wanted to do this. I knew that the one thing I wanted to do was at least 10 to 15 minutes of journaling a day because that felt right to me. What I found when I started journaling, and the reason why I never really did it habitually, is because I actually found it really hard to journal. When I'm writing, my brain is like doing 5 million miles per hour and my hand can only do 10. So I really struggled at the start to slow my thoughts down and actually write what I was thinking, because by the time I was writing the letter I feel, or the words I feel, my brain was like pow, 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 pow. And I was like, how do I slow my thoughts down? And that's what I really think I found from journaling, is through the 30 days, either or both, my brain slowed down or my ability to write faster speeded up. I reckon it's a bit of both, but definitely my brain slowed down for me to be able to write out exactly my thoughts, word for word, what I was feeling. I never gave myself enough time in the past to be able to have that skill, to be able to develop that skill, because I never journaled for long enough. I'd do like a day or two and then be like, nah, too hard. My brain's too fast for this kind of thing. So if you do struggle with that, try on your phone first, or like on your computer, make a mini diary, mini journal on your computer that you can type whenever you need. Or B, try it for 30 days and you will create a habit, learn a new skill of actually how to slow your brain down. And my gosh, what power that contains. The ability to actually slow your thoughts down, because when you are in a downward spiral or when your thoughts are everywhere, it's such a great skill to be able to actually breathe and slow down. Over the 30 days, I also felt a lot less overwhelmed, because here's the thing, like I said, your brain can go at like 400 miles per hour, or I know it's over exaggerated, but it feels that fast. But also what your brain does is it creates a cobweb of thoughts where you're like, what do I want for dinner? Oh my gosh, what does that person think of me? You know, back when I was 12 years old and that kid was really mean to me, but what am I doing tomorrow? What's my priorities? But also, can you remember what that kid did to me when I was 12 years old? But what do I want for dinner? So your brain is actually making this cobweb of thoughts and feelings and emotions and everything, and it's all getting tangled up. But when you write it down, you don't have to go all over these points of things that are in your brain, because you know it's already down on paper. Because I feel like a lot of the times when we're making a cobweb in our head, it's because we think we're going to forget something, but then it reminds you of something else, and it's just this cobweb of thoughts and feelings, and obviously you're going to feel overwhelmed because there's so much going on inside your brain. So what I did for a lot of the 30 days was just brain dump in the morning, or brain dump when I felt overwhelmed during the day, and just wrote everything down, whether it was my to-do list or whether it was my priorities so I could figure out my to-do list, or whether it was just things that were constantly coming up in my brain that I just needed to let go of. I brain dumped them, and my gosh, I felt so much less overwhelmed. So if you deal or have a tendency to feel overwhelmed, highly suggest doing this. Highly suggest brain dumping everything in your head onto paper. Suggestiones! If you are struggling with what to write down, what to think, journal prompts are great. There's loads on YouTube, there's loads on the internet. Just type in journal prompts and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There are a lot of journal prompts out there. You will not struggle to find some. Start small time-wise. So I think the issue I had when trying to journal in my past, when I say my past, I mean like a month ago, not that long ago, is that I would think that I had to, or I needed to, or I should journal for longer. And the thing is, when you say you're going to journal for 20 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day or however long a day, there comes a certain time or a certain number where your brain's like, nah, we can't do that. We're busy. We have other things to do, and you don't do it. So if you do want to start journaling, start small, 5 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day, even 2 minutes a day, just to write down your thoughts and your feelings. That's why I went for 10, because I knew I had 10 minutes in my day, or 10 to 15 minutes in my day where I could actually sit down and just write. And here's the thing that I do actually want to say, and I've heard some other, self-coaches and influencers or personal development gurus say it, and I believe it's true. If you don't have 10 minutes in your own day, you do not have a life. There is something that needs to change. If you don't have 10 minutes in your day for yourself, something needs to change, okay? I'm just telling you now, something needs to change. Change it. But yeah, you can find 10 minutes in your day, even if it's sporadic, even if it's when you're waiting in your car, even if it's you're waiting for your child, even if it's just that first bit in the morning or when you're having your coffee. You can find 10 minutes in your day for yourself. If you can't, I'll say it again, something needs to change. Habit stack. Woo! I love a habit stack. Habit stack is basically taking a habit that you do all the time anyway, like brushing your teeth, and stacking another habit that you want on top of it. So, say brushing your teeth, as that's the example we're going with. After brushing my teeth, I will journal. And that's how you stack a habit and make sure the habit stays in your day. So if you have a habit in your life, you always have a coffee in the morning. After I've had a coffee, or while I have a coffee, I will do this. And if you struggle to keep a habit, then habit stack. It's such a great way to make sure you're implementing these things into your life that you want to, without A, forgetting, or B, feeling you don't have enough time, or C, just, life gets in the way. Just write. I struggled at the start to journal because I didn't know what to write. So what I did was just write down everything. I was overthinking journaling. And if you're overthinking or thinking, oh, I don't need to write that down, or oh, I don't want to write that down, or what do I write down? Just literally write down anything. If you don't know what to write down, I literally just wrote down, I don't know what to write down. And then I just carried on that thought. So just write down exactly what's happening in your head. Word for word, the thought for thought. If you struggle to write, if you struggle to think of what to write, because when we overthink it, or when we think, no, actually I don't need to write that down, we forget the thought train, we get lost, and it just becomes a bit harder. So what I found really helpful was to just literally write word for word every single thing, every single thought that popped into this little noggin of mine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment in the comments, what was your favorite part? Do you journal? What helps you journal? What are you struggling with when it comes to journaling? Let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can help you. And yeah, I will see you next week with another video. She's loving life, she's loving life. She's a bit old, she's a bit crazy, but she's having fun anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Toodle pip.